US President Donald Trump has once again lashed out on NATO. Trump once again called the military alliance a paper tiger that is doing nothing. Well, he made these remarks during the first cabinet meeting of the US administration since Washington first launched strikes on Iran on February 28th. Trump was flanked by Secretary of War Pete Hegseth on one side and State Secretary Marco Rubio on the other. US President also said that he was disappointed in NATO for not actively participating in the war and that he will remember it.
Nobody's a match for the United States, but they're not a match for the United States. It's small potatoes. That's why I'm so disappointed in NATO, because this was a test for NATO. This was a test. You can help us. You don't have to, but if you don't if you don't do that, we're going to remember.
Trump's comments comes hours after NATO chief Mark Rutte's media interaction. While presenting the alliance's annual report, Rutte was seen defending Trump on several occasions. While answering a reporter's question on the US president's adjectives for NATO, the bloc's Secretary General went on to talk about Trump's role in increasing defense expenditure from other member states.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rutte. President Trump is calling your organization an organization of cowards. You're not responding to that. Is that your strategy to keep the Americans on board?
Well, let me be clear. As Secretary General, of course, the alliance is very dear to me, otherwise I would not have this role. But as I said before, the United States, under this president, is doing stuff which is quite crucial for the alliance. But then I have to repeat a little bit. It is starting again the dialogue with Russia, breaking that deadlock, getting the peace process going. It is making sure that the whole of the alliance came up to the 2%.
Several NATO member states have expressed concerns over the escalating war in West Asia, which has further triggered a global fuel supply crisis. At a diplomatic event on Thursday, Finland President Alexander Stubb almost immediately responded to Trump's comments on NATO, while the American leader's statements were still underway. Stubb said during a media briefing that the war in Iran is not a NATO matter. Stubb further said, and I'm quoting him here, "We are very pragmatic with our transatlantic partnership. Part of it is value-based. Most of it is now interest-based." Several countries have expressed interest and willingness to participate in a joint exercise to help keep the Strait of Hormuz open, but after the war is over. 31 countries have joined the declaration regarding the key maritime passage.